Tennessee. This is 10 News at 5.
Most workplaces now include members of 3 distinctly different generations working together, and that can create interesting dynamics within the work environment. Welcome back to 10 News at 5. I'm Beth Haynes. Most workplaces now contain employees from 3 distinct generations with different backgrounds and approaches to work that have an impact on the work dynamic. According to Catalyst, the oldest generation actively working is the baby boomer generation. This includes people born between 1946 and 1965. They currently occupy most senior level management roles. Generation X is up next. This group includes people born between 1966 and 1980. Some Gen Xers are in senior level management roles, while others are in mid-career positions. And the youngest faces in the workplace belong to the millennial generation. This group includes people born in 1981 or later. The oldest members are in the workforce, while the rest are still completing their education. In just a moment, we're going to talk to a member of each generation from U.S. Cellular. But first, we want to meet them and learn a little bit about what they do.
My name is Erica Moore. I'm a sales manager for U.S. Cellular. I've been with the organization for 10 years, and I'm part of the millennial generation.
My name is Chris Stokes. I'm the area sales manager with U.S. Cellular, and I've worked for U.S. Cellular for 10 years, and I'm a Gen X.
My name is Jack Brundage. I have been at U.S. Cellular for 10 years. I'm the director of sales for Tennessee, and I am a baby boomer.
So you've met them. They're joining us now in studio. We have Erica, Chris, and Jack, and they're going to talk to us about how the different generations, dynamics within those generations impact the workplace. We really appreciate all 3 of you being with us today, and this is something that U.S. Cellular actively addresses. You actually have training on it, so it's an ongoing conversation. I want to give each of you the opportunity to talk about what you think is your generation's defining characteristic, and Erica, we'll start with you.
I would say our generation's defining characteristics are confidence and connectedness and just having a can-do attitude. When it comes to connectedness, you know, we're always looking up things on Google, Twitter, news feeds. There's all types of ways we can find out information.
Very resourceful. Chris?
Well, for Gen Xers, I think dependability, self-reliance, and also the ability to work together well in teams.
Jack, how about the baby boomers?
I would say optimistic, loyal, and versatile. Like when I first got into my career, we were transitioning from mainframe computers to PCs, and now everybody's got a personal computer in their pocket. So
things have changed a lot. You certainly have had to adapt. Well, I want to run back through with each of you. I want you to talk about each generation's perspective on the industry and work style and how those may be different.
I would say that with our industry, technology kind of is an even playing field for everyone. It really is an equalizer and allows us to all be learning together.
Well, I had the opportunity to work with baby boomers, other Gen Xers, and also millennials, and I've learned that once you understand what their goals are, what their dreams are. It's easy to really work with any of the generations, although there are some subtle and some more distinct differences, certainly.
Yeah.
I find communication is one of the big things that's the difference. Like, I do find myself texting more to millennials, but what's interesting is they really appreciate a handwritten note too, because that's kind of unique and special.
Oh, something they don't often receive. But you mentioned the communication. Let's talk about collaboration within the workforce with coworkers from different generations. How do you approach that and each generation differently? And I don't know whoever wants to take this question. Chris, how about you?
Sure. One thing I've learned is with millennials, oftentimes praise and reward goes a long way for things that maybe from my generation or from Jack's generation, you would just presume would just be part of doing the job. You come to work, ready to work hard each and every day, and you're not looking for necessarily in Gen X or baby boom generation praise, recognition for some of the smaller things, but it works very well for millennials for small daily praise. Okay. It goes a long way.
That's interesting. Jack, I'm going to let you tackle this one. Talk about mentoring and managing within different generations, especially with millennials, and how that should take place in the workplace.
Well, one thing that comes to mind is the impatience impatience. You know, they want it now. They got, you know, and that can come with, you know, for promotions as well. Like they want, you know, they do a good job. They want to be promoted, and there's, you know, there's only so many opportunities. So one thing that we find is really that wanting to be promoted is more about them really wanting to grow. And so, you know, we find special assignments and interim assignments and things to challenge them and keep them developed, and that keeps them satisfied.
And probably is a reflection of the drive that a lot of millennials have. And Eric, I want to bring you into the conversation because a lot of times the millennial generation is criticized, often said to be spoiled, impatient, as you said, and entitled. Any truth to these generalizations, and how do you overcome these stereotypes?
Sure, I would say that, you know, we often can be impatient if we're waiting for a TV show to download to our phone or something like that. But I think it's important to remember we're blessed to live in a time when so much is accessible. We can customize anything. We can customize a shirt or a ringtone or, you know, whatever it is. So I think that, you know, it's just important to remember that, you know, we need to earn those things and that it's not necessarily something that we deserve.
Yeah. Lastly, Chris, let's talk about workplaces. There are going to be some challenges, and what do businesses need to be looking for and be aware of?
Well, I think this is an interesting topic because it's something every workforce and company needs to be addressing. There are different work styles. It is generational, and if you're not proactively working on it, studying it, learning different techniques to work with different generations, I think you can get behind as a company.
Sure, and it's certainly impacting businesses all over the country. All right, well, thank you guys so much for coming on, for letting us follow you with a camera throughout the day. Really appreciate your different perspectives. Thank you.